What's going on, guys? Welcome to the HK show, and today I'm going to be reviewing Suicide Squad with some spoilers. You know, this movie really frustrates me because this movie has so much potential. Perfect casting, costumes, props, the set designs, they're amazing. Everything just looks so awesome. Everything looks awesome, but they fucked it up with the stories and the characterizations. So what I mean by that is that, okay, let's start off with the characterizations, okay? So the only characters that I can fully say that I can characterize is Deadshot and Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn, not even really that much, and maybe a little bit of El Diablo. But for all the other characters, we don't even know anything about them. They tell us a couple of stuff, right? They're like, hey, Katana's a really big badass with her sword. We don't even see her do anything with her sword, okay? And then we hear that Captain Boomerang, he's really good at throwing boomerangs. He just throws like a boomerang like a meter away, and we're supposed to be like, whoa, that's so cool, dude, that's so cool. I mean, if you wanted to show us that these guys are badasses, you could have shown like Captain Boomerang like throwing like a boomerang like up here, and then it goes like backwards, and then it takes like a curve in the middle and then hits someone on like the roof or something like that. You know, something crazy, because that's what would happen if you have someone who's that badass at using a boomerang. Or, you know, maybe like show Katana just slicing up like a huge amount of the bad guys up with her sword, and then like showing all the souls getting trapped in her sword. But we don't even get to see that, and we don't even see like Killer Croc like lift up maybe a car and like throw that. Like, we don't see him essentially like act like the Hulk and be like a big ass tank and just like brute his way through a bunch of the enemies. We don't even see that. So it's like, it's so lame, right? I mean, we do get a scene with Deadshot doing some pretty badass stuff. I do have to say that was pretty cool. But what about the rest of the squad, dude? They gotta show some love from the rest of the squad. And then the plot, it's just so unlinear. It's just all over the place. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And also the tone is like that too. Like, it tries to be funny, then it tries to be serious, and it's just all over the place. Like DC keeps messing up like the stories and the characterization, and if they fix that, just imagine how amazing this movie could have been. Like, this movie could have been just like a masterpiece. Okay, wait, maybe not a masterpiece, but really good. And you know what doesn't make sense? We're dealing with bad guys, right? And we don't even see them do anything bad. Like, somewhere in the middle of the movie, we see Captain Boomerang pretty much get freed, and then he like flees away. That was pretty funny, I have to admit, that was a funny scene. But then he just randomly joins up again with the squad. I mean, why would he do that? We've seen him pretty much kill his partners so he could have more money. So why would he be caring about a group of people that he just met that day? They should at least have a couple of fights between the Suicide Squad, you know? At least first showing them being like, you know, they're not like a team at first, right? And also kind of like show like the bad side of them, but then at the end they form together, which they do at the end. And you know what else doesn't make sense? Why doesn't Amanda Waller call the Flash, Batman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg? She clearly knows who these people are, because at the end of the movie she gives Batman all the files, and then she also tells Batman that he's Batman. So she clearly does know. And this situation is about the ending of the world. So I'm pretty sure half of the Justice League would be willing to help stop the end of the world. Even if they weren't being called by Amanda Waller, how could Flash or Batman at least show up? Because they already do fight crime anyways. Like, the perfect part, the perfect plot for this movie should have been sending the Suicide Squad to go do some undercover ops where they go in and infiltrate like another government, and they have to kill like a political leader because, you know, like the US doesn't like this leader because they're not doing stuff for the interests of the US. And that would totally make sense, because they can't send the superheroes into that because that's against their morals, and they obviously can't sell the US soldiers because the US soldiers will get recognized, you know? And if they send like the Suicide Squad, they can just blame it on them. They'll be like, yeah, they're just villains, dude. We had like nothing to do with this, dude. That would have been so much better plot, and it would have just been better because we don't need to see that every movie is about the end of the world, because they just keep making every movie about the end of the world. Man of Steel, about the end of the world. Batman v Superman, pretty much about the end of the world. I mean, if Superman doesn't stop Doomsday, then who else will be able to stop Doomsday? So it's essentially about the end of the world. And Suicide Squad, about the end of the world. All three of the movies in the DC cinematic universe are about the ending of the world. It doesn't make sense. Every movie can't be about that. And it's just so frustrating because I know the cast has good chemistry. You can see it on screen. When they're all interacting with each other, you know that they actually are truly friends. And they're just having like fun with each other. And it's just, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. Like, there's so much potential in this movie, and it's so frustrating as a fan of DC that I'm just not getting that good DC film that I'm eager to have. But yeah guys, that's pretty much all I gotta say about Suicide Squad. If you guys like this review, make sure you guys leave a like, and if you guys want to see more content from me, subscribe to my channel. And other than that guys, peace out.